Howdy folks, in today's video I want to talk a little bit about the school system and how the schools currently work in Vancouver. Now, all the schools don't work exactly the same. It seems to me like the different districts and the different schools have a little bit of a say in how they want to work it. So what I'm talking about is West Vancouver High School, because that's where my kids are and that's how I know what's happening there. First, let's look at how it worked last year. Last year during the pandemic, they changed everything around, and instead of having a normal school day where kids swap classes and move around and have 8 subjects for the whole year, they changed it into a quarterly system. So what happened was there were 4 quarters, and for the 8 subjects that the kids have to finish in the year, they did 2 per quarter, and they did it in a cohort system. So what happened was all the kids in the beginning of the quarter that had math and physical education, for example, they all stayed together in one class. They did their math together, they did their physical education together. So in other words, the kids didn't mingle. You didn't have intermingling of all the kids in the school. They stayed in these little cohorts, their little groups. What they also did is they implemented a system where there was longer and shorter days. So Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays were long days, and Tuesdays and Thursdays were shorter days. And that was last year. But this year they changed it around a little bit. Actually, not too long ago, about a month ago in the holidays, they were still saying that they're going to go back to the original system, to normal schooling. And then obviously next wave started and blah, blah, blah. So they had to readjust. So what West Van is doing at the moment is they, instead of doing quarterly 2 subjects per quarter, they have now gone half year with 4 subjects per session. So 4 subjects for the first half of the year, that's from now till I guess December or January, and then another 4 subjects for the second half of the year, which will run up till June, end of May, June next year. So that's the one change, 4 subjects instead of 2 and half year instead of quarterly. Then what they've done is they've also gone back to the actual children mixing. So in other words, they've moved away from the cohort system. In other words, the kids are now in different classes. So because you have 4 subjects, you can be in maths with a group of people and you can be in art with another group of people, which is great. At least there's a little bit of that social interaction that's come back to the school. Because I think that was a problem for me with the kids. The 2 subject thing was okay and they dealt with that, but this whole like only cohort, you're only in a group of 10 people and that's it. I'm not sure that was great, because they didn't interact with other kids at the school. Now they're back to that. So in other words, they're swapping classes and stuff like that. So that's great. They still stuck with the 3 long days and 2 short days. So Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, school starts at 8:30 and it finishes at 3 o'clock. They have a lunch break in between. So it's Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, long days. Tuesdays and Thursdays are short days. School starts at 8:30 and it finishes at 12:30. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays they have what they called X block, and they actually reckon that this is one of the good things that came out of the pandemic, this X block thing, because what it is, it's like extra classes. So in other words, if somebody struggles with anything, they can now go and spend some extra time with the teachers. The teachers are at school. The kids that understand everything, they can leave. So it's really only for the kids that struggles with something, that needs a little bit of extra help, and the kids that want to do some extra work. There are kids that want extra credit and want to be better or make their work better. They have the opportunity to stay behind at school and work up till 3 o'clock with the teachers in smaller groups and actually get their extra work done. So I'm still trying to get my kids to do that and do some extra work, but hey, that's a different battle. Any which way, so that's how it works. 3 long days, 2 short days, 4 subjects for the first half of the year, 4 subjects for the second half of the year, and that is it. That's it for the schooling thing. Let me know if you have questions. Cheers, folks.